Cardi, Beyonce, SZA, all y'all stop using that pain to make it okay to say some bull on your record.
Let's take a step back to 2018. That year, something unexpected happened online. Our R&B singer Jay Holiday jumped on Instagram and, for reasons still hard to understand, decided to throw major shade at Beyoncé's the Beyonce over the Grammys. Now, to be clear, Jay Holiday didn't just lightly criticize the show or the music industry. No, he straight up accused Beyonce and a few other female artists like Cardi B and SZA of taking awards that he thought should have gone to male artists. The problem? None of the women he was upset about had actually won Grammys that year. They had been nominated, yes, but nobody had taken home the trophy. And Jay Holiday? He hadn't won one either ever. But instead of keeping that in mind, he got on the internet and basically made it a gender war. He claimed that women in music, especially Black women, were being rewarded more for telling emotional personal stories, while men had to work 10 times harder just to get recognized. What made it worse was that he tried to justify his criticism of women by saying he had a mom and 2 daughters. Like that was supposed to make it okay. Needless to say, Beyoncé's fans, the Bayhive, were not having it. They swarmed social media to defend their queen. One person tweeted, "Jay Holiday's career was already in the trash. Now he just jumped in with it by insulting Beyoncé." Another said, "Jay Holiday is 33 and already looks like sadness in human form." And just like that, whatever was left of Jay Holiday's public image got buried. But according to the word on the street, the consequences didn't stop with online backlash. Something much darker allegedly happened behind the scenes. Jay Holiday had a history of bitterness toward Black women in music. Jay Holiday's rant in 2018 wasn't the first time. He showed bitterness after losing to a woman. In 2009, he lost a Grammy to Mary J. Blige's debut album Back of My Lag, was up against her album Growing Pains for Best Contemporary R&B Album. When he didn't win, he went online and threw shade at her too. He tweeted something like, "Yeah, I'm salty. Lost to MJB. Hashtag pain wins not talent." That moment was a turning point. Not because he lost, but because of how poorly he handled it. Instead of being gracious, he went after Mary J. Blige, calling her success a result of her pain and not her talent. That move didn't win him any fans in the industry, and apparently, Beyoncé took notice. Beyoncé didn't respond publicly, but rumors say she moved quietly unlike Jay Holiday. Beyoncé didn't respond with a post, a tweet, or even a subtle lyric. But if you believe the rumors that started spreading soon after, she didn't just brush it off either. According to sources in the industry, Beyoncé teamed up with Diddy, that Diddy, to handle the situation quietly. The story goes that after Jay Holiday's rant, Diddy used his influence to get Jay blacklisted in the music business. Labels stopped returning his calls. Promo opportunities vanished. People didn't want to work with him. Some even say that Beyoncé didn't just ask for Jay to be dropped, she made it personal. He allegedly tried to apologize to her afterward, but she refused to meet him. Instead, she sent him to Diddy. And what happened next is where things really get uncomfortable. Freak off rumors, a humiliating apology. There are whispers and verified, but still persistent that when Jay went to Diddy to make things right, he wasn't just asked to apologize. He was allegedly made to participate in something degrading. According to the rumors, Diddy arranged a so-called freak-off where Jay was forced to take part in inappropriate and humiliating acts as a form of punishment. These kinds of stories sound wild, even unbelievable, but they've been whispered in industry circles for years. And when you consider how fast Jay Holiday's career collapsed and how rarely we've seen him since, it makes people wonder, was that rant really the end of his career? Or was something more planned? Diddy and Beyoncé's alleged long-running dealings. What adds fuel to the story is the long-rumored connection between Diddy and Beyoncé. Some say they've been working together behind the scenes for years. And there's one bizarre story that connects both of them. This one goes back to the early 2000s, when Diddy was producing Making the Band. Remember the infamous Cheesecake Walk? Diddy made his artists walk several hours on foot across New York City just to bring him a slice of cheesecake from a specific bakery. It was one of the most humiliating challenges ever shown on reality TV. Back then, everyone thought it was just a tough lesson in discipline. But according to former Making the Band member Freddie P., that cheesecake wasn't even for Diddy, it was for Beyonce. He claims Beyonce requested it, and Diddy turned it into a test for his artists. That's how deep their connection allegedly goes. Freddie said, "We got there." And Diddy looked at the cheesecake and said, "Take that upstairs." For Beyonce, the baby's encounter with Beyonce. More to the story. Then there's the claim made by rapper Da Bobby. In an interview, he talked about being invited to a private party at Diddy's house. According to him, once inside, Diddy cleared the room, leaving only himself, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Da Bobby. He said Beyonce introduced herself and started talking to him a lot more than he expected. This led to speculation from people like Jaguar Wright, who claimed that it was a setup, another one of Diddy's infamous freak-off moments, allegedly encouraged by Beyonce herself. The idea was that Beyonce was trying to seduce Da Bobby at a time when she and Jay might not have been on the same page romantically. It's all very murky and speculative. But the consistent theme across these stories is that Beyonce and Diddy have allegedly teamed up multiple times for behind-the-scenes influence. And it doesn't always end well for the people on the receiving end. The curse of coming for Beyonce? Jay Holiday isn't the first artist to see his career take a nosedive after going at Beyonce. Think about Carrie Hilson, who made a settled jab at Beyonce in her song Turning Me On. After that, her music career pretty much disappeared. Coincidence? Maybe. But if you believe the fans, and many do, it seems like there's a pattern. Mess with Beyonce, and your career pays the price. One person online summed it up: every time Beyonce gets an award, I ask myself, what did she do to get that one? Another tweeted, people forget Beyonce knew Diddy before she met Jay-Z. Diddy is the one who brought them together. So it's not just about awards or competition. To some, Beyonce is seen as someone who quietly controls the industry from behind the curtain, with Diddy as her enforcer when needed. Did Jay Holiday deserve what happened? At the end of the day, did Jay Holiday bring this all on himself? Was his Grammy rant enough to justify a complete career shutdown, public ridicule, and alleged humiliation? Some say yes, he disrespected artists who had done nothing to him. Others argue that while his comments were misguided and bitter, the punishment didn't fit the crime. What's clear is that his decision to go after Beyonce ended up costing him far more than just some angry tweets. He disappeared from the spotlight, and many believe it's because he crossed a line with someone far more powerful than he realized. So, what do you think? Do you believe the rumors about Beyonce and Diddy pulling strings behind the scenes? Do you think Jay Holiday was wrong? Or do you think he's just one of many who got on the bad side of the wrong person? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're curious about more music industry drama that doesn't make it to the headlines,